Well, you can see the signs on the side of the highway, just like the one we're about to show you. It says, "Putting America to Work," project funded by the American Recovery Act. There it is.
There it is. Yes, and I've seen a lot of these. You've probably seen a lot of these, right? And Congressman Darrell Issa, he's seen a lot of them, and now his face is turning red because all the money that's being spent on these signs telling everybody how this act is working. And Congressman Issa is on the phone with us this morning right now. Congressman, good morning.
Well, good morning. And as you know, my committee is charged with rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government. And no example is more visible than when you order construction of signs that cost as much as $10,000. In many cases, you can't find the construction, but you can sure find the beautiful signs, sometimes as many as 5 or 6 of them on a project that has not yet begun.
So, Congressman, where are these signs coming from? Why are they there? And why are we spending my money, your money, taxpayers' money on these signs?
Because your president ordered it. The way that the Obama administration has done it, they use the term strongly encouraged, which is a federalism for mandate. Right there in San Diego on Route 76, there's a gorgeous sign. The only problem is the project was already funded by Vista and San Diego taxpayers some years ago, but they did a little sleight of hand, and they said, well, we've assigned these federal funds to it. Up goes the sign for something you and I have been taxed for decades.
Yeah. I mean, these almost, if you want to read between the lines here, these are almost campaign signs.
Oh, not almost. Under the propaganda statute, the federal government is prohibited from spending your federal dollars to promote anything that would be positive for an election. So they have to have another purpose. It has to be only coincidental that it might be good for them in the election. There is no legitimate purpose for spending $10,000 times more than 10,000 signs. It's simply a waste of dollars that could be used for roads and other places. Now, I understand that stimulus money kind of goes into, keeping teachers on and keeping this and that. But do we really have a critical shortage of sign painter jobs?
No, I mean, I think the answer is no. And I guess I read here that one of the signs was put up outside of Dulles Airport that was, the money was originally designated to do some repairs on the runway, but they put a sign up instead.
Well, exactly. When you go to Dulles, which of course is paid for with landing fees, just like San Diego's Lindbergh Field is, you see this gorgeous sign. It just happens to be exactly where every single car and truck and bus entering the airport must drive. And it's big, it's beautiful, it's a $10,000 sign, and it's designed to tell federal people and anyone who visits our nation's capital that, yes, there's work being done, when in fact there isn't. But the same is true within days of the passage of it on Interstate 395, which is the route you have to take to come up to Capitol Hill, up went a similar sign. This is propaganda, it's prohibited, and more importantly, it's waste.
And before I let you go, I guess there's some articles right now saying that you have become the administration's chief protagonist in the House these days. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think you need an honest broker who says, of course, the administration always says everything's going fine, everything's going wonderful, everything is working. You've got to have somebody that says everything except. And then you go through and you find those areas where it's just not going right or it's not going the way it was supposed to go. That's the job of the opposing party in Congress, particularly my committee, the Committee on Oversight. And I do it with the same tenacity that Henry Waxman did it to President Bush when the shoe was on the other foot. I think it's appropriate because I think accountability is what the American people have asked us to do.
Well,
Work together on a bipartisan basis, but keep the administration accountable.
It's what we like to call the old checks and balance system out here.
Absolutely. It's written deep into the Constitution.
You got it. Congressman Darrell Issa, thank you for your time here this morning. Do appreciate it.
My pleasure as always.
Okay.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Bye.